Alright, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I was doing election stuff for August 2 in Michigan, so I couldn't put anything up. This was about a day or two ago when the DNC was still going on, among others. Shows a picture of Hillary and President Obama on stage, and it very easily shows Hillary with an opening in her mouth where her tongue should be, her tongue not looking like it's doing much moving. I could be wrong. I'm just showing you the picture. And if you look, we can all pretty much assume with her age she wears dentures of some kind or another. You can tell just about where her fangs, quote unquote, should be if in fact her kind does have them, which I don't think they would. But if you look at the snake here, picture to the right, and you look right where the teeth are in front and the flat part, there is something protruding on the side that does kind of resemble the fang type environment in her mouth, alongside what I believe to be dentures. And it does look like the hole where in the tongue area does get bigger and smaller. And remember, I've actually met this woman when I was younger. I was younger, so who knows if I would have recognized any of this. This does seem to be an official photo, although quote-unquote official, who knows. But the point of fact, or the point of reference here, is that this is actually called an extendable glottis or a glottis. It looks like the tongue is over the glottis opening, and it looks like the tongue area would be removed to show the glottis. So that whole front part of her mouth, let's say this whole thing is real, would actually come out like a prosthetic of some kind, which would make sense if you look and see that she's wearing dentures, and it looks like it goes down all the way around her tongue area, where the glottis would meet. And if you look at the reference to where the snake is and where the tongue is so forward, it actually matches up where that hole should be. Again, I'm just showing you what I found. It doesn't mean I believe it. It just kind of goes, well, they were on stage and this photo came up. Holy shit, no way. I don't know of any medical procedure she could have had done where she would have a hole in her tongue like that. I don't know of any deformity. I'm certain there is something the general medical community would put out there as the real reason for it. But remember, I've actually been in the presence of both Hillary and Bill when I was younger at Lorry Elementary in Dearborn. I can't remember too much if, any of this actually went on there, but it's something they caught at the DNC. So I'm running the story here, folks. And I basically wrote, Hillary, your extendable glottis is showing. And so this is what I'm going to go into. So anyways, folks, yeah, nobody cares about that. Anyways, so this is where I got it from. I got it from discover.tv, and if you come over here, discover.tv has this, and it just basically says, I'm with her, and it kind of has a forked tongue. As you can see here, it's a blown up picture, and you can see very clearly that this does not look like it was faked in any way. In fact, if you look at her mouth, even when her mouth is open next to Obama, it does look like her entire front part of her mouth and her tongue area, along with the area around her cheekbones meeting up with her tongue, is all fake. Let's just go with the whole idea that it's a prosthetic of some kind. let's just say, car accident, knows what is the human part for a moment. But why the hole by the come over here to the snake, and you can almost see right where the tongue here would meet where this little glottis opening is. So it would be definitely very interesting to see if this here would match up with this, which looks like the tongue sits right on top of the glottis opening. And her now being up there in age, having dentures or what looks like a denture prosthetic and whole upper mouth and lower mouth where it has and sits over the glottis opening. Yes, right now I'm just going to go with the terms. It does kind of seem like this whole part by her mouth is fake, and it does kind of have a denture prosthetic here, along with the whole reconstructive bottom part here, which sits on top of the glottis. So, I just wanted to show you this because I thought this was amazing that, such a situation would actually be put out in public. And I wanted to show you that, that this could be some kind of a prosthetic. She could have a prosthetic on to mess with people at the DNC. She could have a prosthetic on, for normal purposes. But the hole for normal purposes wouldn't be there, and why would the prosthetic go into her tongue region? I don't know. And it does look like, let's say she's just messing with people, all right? So she has a upper and lower prosthetic mouthpiece of some kind that she's using to mess with, the public at the DNC. Yeah, it says Derek Young. I have no idea why. I guess somebody put their name near it. Probably the guy who wrote this. Oh, it is the guy who wrote this. Okay. So anyways, here's the glottis opening. Here's the hole. The tongue would sit right on top over here, almost right on top. And the mouthpiece would sit, right up over here, covering here. And then if you look over here, this looks like a fang. This looks like a fang being covered. So she's either got one hell of a Halloween piece on just to mess with people, or she has a prosthetic piece to look more humanoid, and or dentures because, she's up there in age. So I wanted to show this to you because this basically just solves the idea that she is going to be the one that wins. And there's no contestant. I don't even think there's any real contest at this point. She is going to be the one who wins. Someone asked if I would send this to, at the real Donald Trump and ask if he had one. And I've tried to communicate, back and forth with either America 2.0 or my personal account, and none of those guys really kind of go with this sort of thing. So, take it however you want. This is either a Halloween piece to fool everybody to think weird stuff, or this is a prosthetic piece that she has to wear when, in Hillary suit or Hillary uniform, if you will, to appear human. And it does appear that this whole upper and lower mouth guard does go over the facial piece of the reptilian of some sort or another. And it does look like that. I mean, I'm just looking at the pictures and showing you. That's all I'm doing. I'm saying, oh my God, I believe this. How dare they? Oh. I'm not saying that. I'm not in any way, shape, or form going into that kind of conversation. I'm just here to show you what I can show you. The piece for the snake is called a glottis. This thing that's supposed to be her tongue into her dentures, which looks like it all extends together as one piece that she can pull out and put back in at random. Does look like it covers the glottis. So, thank you guys very much, and I wanted to show you this. because I think that this is actually quite important, whether or not she's putting on a show or, you know, this is real. I can't say 100%. She could have, you know, good dentures in with a fake mouthpiece or a fake top and bottom mouthpiece, you know, to mess with the public there at the DNC. Or she could just go on, you know what, the hell with it, ha ha ha, and basically just show the world, ha, I'm not like you, ha ha ha. And that would be that. So either way, folks, just wanted to show you this. Thank you. This is who you're voting for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.